Hello, everyone. I would like you to think back. When was the first time you saw a white person and how did you react? I was very young in kindergarten when I was first exposed to people who did not look like us. It was in my kindergarten. And so to me, growing up, it was almost normal. However, there are images that I saw growing up about interactions of white people in Africa that disturb me and still do to this day. Take a look. Folks, we have to talk about this because where I live in Canada and anywhere actually in North America, because I want to be specific, maybe in Europe, I have not yet saw something similar. In my case, let's talk about me. If I go, and I used to live in a small town, I will never go and interact with kids or people in that way. And so, why is it that when foreigners and especially white people, when they come to the continent of Africa, they feel that they have the right to touch our people or to feed them those type of chocolates? There are many concerns because when you go to a place where they are locals, where they have not eaten certain type of foods, as you saw in that video, it was chocolate being fed to them and filming it and then seeing their reaction. I mean, thank you for the chocolates. However, you have to be careful because if those locals, I think in this case it's in South Sudan, if they've never eaten chocolate, then there could be a known allergies. In fact, it's known that in North America, when Europeans first came here, they brought diseases that killed many people of First Nation descent. So we have to always be cognizant of that. However, at the same um, or may have seen other videos where you have our kids running after. And in East Africa, we use the term muzungu, 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 and they're running after the person, and sometimes they give them candies. It has happened when I went to a remote town in Rwanda in 2019. There were some kids who saw me, and actually, not even kids, they were in high school, and immediately they said, "Oh, give us some candies," because in our chat, I said I was not from here, I'm from Canada. And I said, "Why do you want me to give you what you are asking, like candies or chocolate?" And they said, "Well, because whenever there is a white person coming here, that's what they do." I told them, the next time someone comes, a white person, a Muzungu, as we refer to them in my part of the world, you invite them to your house and give them your food, right? That's cultural exchange. It doesn't have to be just the one way. And this behavior must change. And we as Africans in general, in every country, why do we allow to do this? Myself here in Vancouver, if I was to go to a small town or even in Vancouver and invade people's space in that manner, I mean, just imagine that scenario. A black man goes to a village and find kids, start hugging them. do, do you see what will happen? Should I spell it for you? Yes. You get if you don't get the idea, they will call the police. And when the police comes, it's not gonna be pretty, right? That will be seen as wrong at so many levels. And I challenge you, if there is a video out there, if there is an interaction that is similar to this in Europe, reverse, where a black person goes to any place and that's what you just saw or what we usually see with the locals, white locals. Let me know. In Asia, I don't even think it will happen in Asia. But in this case, let's just keep it specific to that. And so the world is changing. I think If you've read many books about the continent from the pre-colonial era, it was referred as to many not good names. Africa, the heart of darkness. That's one of the book that was written about Democratic Republic of Congo. These notions that when you come to the continent of Africa, you are coming to save us. You are finding poor Africans. I'm not even sure why we as Africans continue to embrace that. Just it's just so wrong. We are humans, first of all. Africa is not a zoo. We are not a zoo, right? And I think even animals should not be treated that way. Uh, I don't know. I'm just let me know. It's something that does not sit well with me. Will never do, and I would like to see that changed because just don't do things that we cannot do to you. And I think it's about time, especially as we are seeing the world changing and then evolving, and us learning more about each other, knowing about the world. That is one thing I would like to see as um, improving on. So if you are a white person traveling to the continent of Africa, don't go and touch our kids in that manner. And there are other travelers who have done way better. Kelly is a hip hop singer who, although she's not white, she's Black American. She went to Rwanda, and this is how she interacted with the locals.
I don't think I've ever seen so many little tiny ones running around, walking around on their own. They're completely safe. Rwanda's one of the safest places, and there's tons of babies. Look how cute. Hi. She's very suspicious.
As you can see, she kept it respectful. She kept her distance. And that's a model. That's a really model that I would like you to have in your mind. Both if you're watching this and you are white, going to travel to Africa, or also Africans. Let's change these ways of interactions. I don't think it's healthy at so many levels. And we as Africans, this idea that we have to be saved. I don't necessarily blame the kids, but I think also the places where the foreigners go have to have certain laws in place where this type of interactions don't happen. I cannot see myself going in any town here, small town or you name it, and feeding people my traditional food. Hey, hey, if you're not from North America, well, it's not gonna end well. That I will tell you for sure. So, thank you for watching yet another episode of today. Keep following, subscribe to the channel, comment, like, and mostly share. I will see you in the next one.